So I'm gonna have a go at this reflections on 2017 that Dame Dave tagged me in on. I've just written some bits and pieces down, so I'm just gonna refer to that as I go along. I'm getting scared because it's all going to start to get real again soon. All the routine's going to kick back into place. I'm happy for the routine to go back in, because then I kind of know what I'm doing with my life and I feel more productive and more useful and more purposeful. But on the other hand, it is hard work. I know that I've put loads of stuff into place to get me to have that energy to do it all. So I know I'm doing no sugar, and I know I'm exercising regularly, so I've got the energy to do it all. But there's still a bit of me scared. I'm a bit scared because I realise there's a lot to do, but I know I can do it all if I just plan it all out. My main fear at the moment is that I got my coursework still to do, and I'm trying to work out if where I can fit it in. But that's hence the reason why I'm a bit I was worried about doing this video, because I thought, well, I'm not going to, if I sit down at the end of the day and do it at the end of the day, then I'm not going to be able to do my coursework. And I want to do it because, of course, it's a good thing to do, because it helps me keep myself on track. And the more I keep on track of Slimming World, the less I put all my weight back on, and the kind of more happier I am, because I get to live in a body that's a functional body, and instead of a body that's completely tired all the time and dysfunctional. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some dinner. I've got to make dinner anyway, and then while I make my dinner, I'm going to do the video. So it's going to be a bit disjointed, but then at least I feel like I'm kind of connected to all you guys, and I'm connected to the outside world in terms of connected to Slimming World, and all of the joy that it can bring us, and it will keep me focused and help me transition myself into the full routine. So I'm just going to grab a tray. Okay, we are there. Okay, so the first question on reflections on 2017 was, how much weight have you lost? So let's grab some Twilight. And I have lost, since I weighed 11 stone and 5 pounds on the 2nd of January 2017, and I weighed in at 10 stone 6.5 on the 3rd of January 2018, which means that I have lost 12.5 pounds in 2017. Grab a tin opener. Non-scale victories. I have put my non-scale victories as giving up sugar. So I'm very proud of myself that I made the choice to push myself out of the cycle of sugar addiction. It's been something I've been planning on doing for a very, 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 very long time, but did not consider it a valid option for me. That. Because I just thought it wasn't something that I was going to be able to be capable of doing. So I'm really happy that it turned out that it was something I could do. And although, yes, occasionally I still get caught out with sugar, I keep making a choice every day to no longer have sugar in my diet. So I'm keep making a choice every day that I'm not having chocolate, I'm not having biscuits. I still have sugar in the baked beans and tomato sauce. I'm still having that. I've tried to do the haricot beans thing, but the thing with haricot beans is that they're basically 30p more expensive than baked beans. So there's just an element of I'm cutting out of everything else. I'm just going to have it in my baked beans and be done with it. I tend to try and siphon off the top because there's lots of juice, isn't there? So I tend to sort of take a bit of the juice out and put a bit more water back in just to take out some of the level of sugar. I've also, my other non-scale victory I've written here is running 2 miles in 25 minutes. So just before I broke up for the holidays, we'd been doing lots and lots of running, and I'd got to the point where I ran, well, the last time I did a big run, I don't know how mouldy these carrots are going to be. They are pretty mouldy. I think I have to do some peeling on this one. I can grab a little container just to put my peel in. This one will be good. Okay, so yeah, I was able to run. We have a route that we went along which was 4 miles, and I ran the first 2 miles kind of non-stop, and so I was pretty proud of myself. It was hard, and it lasted, I sort of did it, it took 25 minutes thereabouts to do the 2 miles, so I was really happy about that. And really, it's going to take me a little while to get back up to it because I haven't been doing a lot of running over the holidays. I've done a little bit of running, but nowhere near as much. So it's going to, you know, my fitness level will have gone down a little bit. So I'm quite looking forward to kind of getting back up to that. I've got 2 favourite Slimming World meals. So I enjoy every single meal I make. I do not eat a meal that I'm not enjoying. I have to really enjoy it, so every single meal I make I enjoy, and I purposefully do that. It has to be something that I can't eat a meal if I'm just like, that'll do, that's near enough. It has to be something I actually enjoy. So these carrots are coming up pretty good actually. They're pretty mouldy, but underneath they're not too bad, so we're pretty lucky. Okay, but one of the ones I enjoy the most and would struggle without is my cooked breakfast on a Monday. It's baked beans, it's a piece of wholemeal 400-gram loaf, it's mushrooms, grilled tomatoes, and it's gherkins, and it's like sautéed new potatoes, so the same new potatoes that I'm using in my food today. It's like a tin of new potatoes. We just slice them up and saute them in a pan with a fry light. So I really enjoy that meal. I enjoy that meal mostly because it's after our run. We have we can sit down together, and you know, that's the sort of a meal that we have. Most of the meals other than that are all separated out because of the nature of, you know, life. You know, we don't tend to eat a lot of meals together, especially not all 4 of us, and the Monday one is one where me and my partner can sit together and enjoy that meal together, and it's very incredibly healthy, and it's very, very filling. So I often have a light breakfast on a Monday because we're going running soon after, so so I'm pretty hungry by the time it's feed time. I really enjoy that meal. It's really filling and really easy to do, and it feels very decadent, both in time, in terms of having a bit of time out to eat some feed, and I think 4 carrots will be enough, so I'm just going to stop there. I feel like maybe I should peel the rest of the carrots just to save them going any more mouldy, but I'll see how I feel about that. I've got this leftover little nectarine here that's been chopped but not fully eaten, so I'm just going to siphon that off, put it on a little plate to eat in a bit because I don't want to get rid of it. I'm just going to quickly get rid of this. Those potatoes are just draining a little bit, so it's a bit easier. I'm just going to chop these carrots in a kind of inch or so just to roast them up. So I've also got on here curry, because of how easy it is. Also, when I first tried curry, I hadn't really cooked curry before, and we sort of tried it together to figure out how to make a curry, and I realised just how ludicrously easy it was. So I love that, because it's firstly it's tasty and very, very, very easy to make. So I appreciate that. Okay, I've got 2 favourite sweet treats. So I don't want to eat chocolate and sweets anymore. I've had enough of that now. Had enough of the control it has over my life, and I'm extremely content on not enjoying them, or them not having a place in my life anymore. My favourite sweet treats would be fruit, and I also enjoy having free foods and speed foods, but I like to have nectarine and watermelon. The reason also I like those is because they're delicious. I really love them ever so much, but also they're quite expensive, so I wouldn't really have them very regularly. Nectarines, when they're in season, are pretty cheap. In Lidl's you can get them very cheap. There is not as many potatoes there as I thought there would be, so I'm going to do a few more carrots, I think, because I sort of emptied that out and there's only half a tray. We'll do a few more carrots. Leftover roasted veg is not a problem, because it's always got somewhere to go, isn't it? Always leftovers roasted veg is very useful for a snack. Okay, so yeah, so I enjoy nectarine and watermelon. Yeah, Lidl's have nectarines very cheap sometimes in season. They're only like £1.50, so I end up getting them a lot. But obviously out of season, nectarines are expensive, £4 sometimes, so I don't eat them then. And watermelon, again, I'll either have it bought for me. My mum sometimes buys me a watermelon, or I have to wait till it's in Lidl's cheap again, because that's an expensive fruit. Okay, so I've got two vloggers that I find really inspirational, and I will do a Jane and ignore that and say however many vloggers I need to say. I don't watch a lot of people because firstly I don't have a tremendous amount of time, but I think I say firstly, but actually I think more importantly, I have to be cautious of how my brain interacts, because I can so easily just go off track with a thought, that I have to brainwash myself into behaviour I want to exhibit. So I can't watch channels with adverts on. Like, I can't watch monetized channels, because the little adverts that pop up before. I watch a YouTube video, I watch a Slimming World video for inspiration, and I watch it for motivation, and I watch it because right in that moment I need something just to plug straight into my head to tell me, come on, you need to do this, this is why you need to do it. And sometimes when there's an advert first, my brain is being receptive to motivation and inspiration, and the advert gets in there first, and I don't want that. I want to have just pure motivation and inspiration. I can hear little feet. Okay, yeah, it's just okay. Okay, so yeah, so I can't watch channels adverts messages in my head. I need to be careful watching too much about sugar. So I find if I watch too many channels where they use their sins for sugary things or crisps and things like that, I have to be cautious, because my brain just goes, well, why don't you just do that? There's nothing wrong with that. It's totally fine. Why are you even pushing to not do that? And I have to be cautious, because I can all too easily convince myself to start eating crispy chocolate again, which is, again, it's all choices. Everyone can do what they like, but for me personally, that is not a good choice for me to make. And I cannot watch any channel that sees Slimming World as an option, so I need to watch. I can't really watch channels where they're kind of, if people, okay, I've got to word this right, where they come off plan often. I know I come off plan occasionally, but I need to not watch other people that are doing the same almost, because it's not good for me. It's not. I need to watch people who are consistent and who find ways to get back on plan and do not see it as an option to come off. And I need to watch people who do a lifestyle. So that all said, I have chosen 3 vloggers, and the 3 vloggers which I watch most are Tess SW, Ivetka and Jane. Tess is very, very nice, and I like her lovely hair. Obviously not just because I like lovely hair, but I think Tess does a great job, because Tess knows where she's come from and she understands the importance of doing it. She understands that if she does not do it now, it's going to be really tough for her to carry on, and she needs to do it, and there's no other option. And she just, yes, she might come off occasionally, yes, she might struggle, but she does not see that as a kind of, that's her path. She sees her path for Slimming World, and that is how it's going to happen. So yeah, I really like to watch Tess, and she makes me feel very homely. I watch Tess and I just feel very homely. I like to watch Ivetka because she's very kind of, she's done it for a really long time, ages. Also, pause. I know. Yeah, Ivetka is very, she's done it for a very long time. She did it while being pregnant with the baby. She's done it after giving birth with the baby. She knows how to look after herself. She's very inspirational in terms of she knows how to do the plan properly. Yes, she does have obviously a few sweet treats here and there, and the same for Tess. They have a few sweet treats here and there, but they don't make that the main focus of their meals. That's not the be all and end all. They're not kind of eating food to get round to eating the sweet stuff and kind of those types of foods. Their meals, and I quite enjoy Ivetka's meals because obviously she's from the Czech Republic, so there's like elements of different types of putting together foods than different than what I would do. So it's quite nice to see like a different way round of doing things, which is always quite refreshing. Also, she obviously didn't put a tremendous amount of weight on when she was having a baby, so you could really tell how Slimming World worked through kind of pregnancy and coming out the other side relatively unscathed, as it were. So I really enjoy those two for that, for lots of other reasons, but and obviously Jane Day is really pivotal to my own journey. I watched her for a long time, and watching Jane really helped me question why I'm doing what I'm doing, and not just to rest on my laurels and not just do the plan and just see what happens, just to really push at questioning everything I'm doing and try and understand why I would do certain things to myself, why I wouldn't just crack on and get the plan done. And so I really appreciate Jane for that, and the way she questions herself, and obviously, as we all have, followed Jane right for a very long time. So the last, right, okay, just pause very briefly. I've just popped to just in the fridge because my daughter wanted some food, and I've just realised I had one of these packs. It was like a sort of a reduced vegetable selection pack that I picked up a couple of days ago, and in there is a swede and a parsnip. So I've just cut up the parsnip to go on the tray of roast. So roast things, I've got carrots, potatoes and parsnips now, so I'm just going to put that on in the oven. That's ready to go. Just put that in there. I haven't put any seasoning on, I won't be a second. Just put a little bit of salt, and I'm just going to slip a bit of paprika over and a tiny bit of what's it called, garlic granules. Just quickly chuck that on, and a bit of oregano, just very, very, very lightly just because the oregano and roast stuff is really good. Chuck that in, and then I'm going to do like a singing Swede, I think, for this one, because I've never done it before, and I've got a Swede hanging about, and I don't really know what to do. I think I just have to stab it a bit, and I have to put it in for like ages of minutes. So that'll do me. Chuck him in. I think it's like, I have to start with 10 minutes or something, I think, because it's supposed to do it 20 minutes for a big old one, so that'll do. I'm just going to grab a saucepan very briefly, just dump some on for broccoli and some beans, a couple of tins of beans, which are, right, okay, I'm ready again. So the last subscription I did was to Big Fella Does SW, kind of referred from Jane. I watched just one video of his, and he seems like quite a funny person, quite somebody who likes jokes about it, which I think might be good for me to watch to try and lighten me up around the whole situation. I've got the non-Slimming Well memory of 2017. It's all just a big blur. That's my alarm that says it's time to eat tea, so it might be a tiny bit behind my schedule today, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. We know how to pull things back from the brink, so I'm okay with that. Food will probably be ready to eat at about, that's it, I probably might be eating about 4:45. It's not really totally the end of the world if we don't manage to make it. We can make up time other ways. So yeah, it's all been a bit of a blur. So often do I keep myself out of my own head in order to cope that I don't necessarily remember overly loads of things. The shop's been great, you know, everything's been working reasonably well. I'm very lucky to be living the life I'm living. I haven't done, I don't remember overly. The only thing I've got written down here is starting my course. So I'm very, very, very happy to have started my management course. It's not like a really high-end anything, but it just, for me, it represents the change now of my situation, in the fact that I've got, you know, I've got space and time, and I'm starting to be able to be a kind of person in my own right. I was like Sweden there. And it not having to be kind of, I don't know, it's starting to have a sense of freedom that might occur. So not very exciting there, is it? But looking forward to 2018. I've got all the new people I'll meet on YouTube and in day-to-day life, and all the opportunities the business brings. So the shop we run brings a tremendous amount of opportunities, and you know, it is my life, and we meet some wonderful people through the shop, and so it's a very exciting thing to do, and I really appreciate it, being able to do it. Okay, where are we? Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for the next bit. Okay, so how Slimming World has influenced my life in 2017. So I would say, I did a little video about this sort of concept in terms of why my life is better on Slimming World. And excuse me, most of the things I feel that that happened for me is confidence, freedom, and given me a safe place to return to. So Slimming World has allowed me to shed some of my weight, which has allowed me to feel like a normal person. It's given me freedom in terms of allowed me to get rid of the sugars in my life, get rid of the crisps in my life, really allowed me to look at why I'm eating certain foods, which allows me in turn to kind of deal with issues that are a bit ingrained. I think because I've got more confidence now of being able to deal with difficult situations in my head, it's given me more confidence to deal with difficult situations outside of my head. And it's given me a safe place to return to in terms of life might get tough, but at least I know I can stick to my healthy extra B, healthy extra A, 15 sins. I know I can do that, and if I go off plan one day and life just is not playing ball, I know how to just get back on it again. And that, for me, that gives me a great sense of, it helps me feel safe in a world of complications. Get some broccoli out. Yeah, I don't have a lot of other things going on in my life. I don't have a lot of things happen. I'm lucky because of the job I do, and I feel incredibly happy for that. And I'm okay doing that. That's exactly what. I don't live an exciting life, but I am very, very happy doing what I do, and I'm very comfortable doing that. So I haven't got very exciting events and things like that happening, but I'm very comfortable living my own life. Right, tangent. What plans or aspirations, Slimming World or other, do you have for 2018? So I would like a functional, successful business. I would like to pursue my own life, being less of a mum and more of a Rebecca. I'd like to feel that I get to make more choices for my own purpose. I would also like to have the opportunity to start doing things that I used to love doing when I was younger, really. Things like origami, jigsaw puzzles, more sewing, kind of more craft things, just kind of stuff that is tricky to do with small people. And as my people grow older, I have more opportunity to do those things. I hope to be able to ask for help more often and be less worried about the help not being there for me to take advantage of. I feel like, I just hope to sort of be more of a functional person. I think that's it. I think I've finished there. I would like to tag Ivetka, but I don't know anybody else that I can see and who might watch me that haven't already done the tag. There's people I haven't seen for a while, like Lynn Rich. Would be nice if she'd like to do one, but I know she's very busy and I don't know whether she still watches. We all live very busy lives, don't we? So I totally understand that. What am I doing? I've got a bin over here somewhere. There he is. Got my little scraps. But yeah, I'm really incredibly comfortable carrying on Slimming World in my next year. It's given me so much of life, and I feel really happy with it. I'm really excited to know that we're all doing it together, and it's really exciting to meet new people, safe in the knowledge that we're all doing the same thing and we're all doing it for the same purpose. I am a very serious person, and I need Slimming World for me personally to be done properly, and I need the confidence that it will carry me on. I would like to be able to lose another stone eventually, just to try and get rid of this belly. I've got a fair bit of loose skin, I think, around my belly. but I don't know how much of it is loose skin and how much of it is fat. So there's a bit of me just kind of wants to play around with losing a bit more, see how I feel, lose a bit more, see how I feel. At the moment I'm about 10.5 stone. There's a bit of me wants to get to 9 stone 8.5, because that would have dropped me down 4 stone from my original. I've got a picture that I've taken from the Christmases. So it's 2016, it's 2015, 2016, 2017, and I will insert it at the end. I don't, because I want to share it, but I don't know which video to share it in, so I may as well share it on this one, because it's kind of a sort of a good sort of stop point. It's a, you know, talking about what's happened next. So there's obviously I'll take another one in next Christmas, because it's me and my kids sort of next to the Christmas tree, so it's like a good way of you remembering kind of where the photo is, if you know what I mean. Not you, but like you can remember easily where the photo is, because it's next to the Christmas tree, so you know, it dates it, as it were. Right, well, that was a rambly one. So I think I'm there now with my dinner. I'm now just going to do some washing up. So I think I've prepped everything ready to sit, just the sausages to cook. So I will stop here, put the, you know, piece it all together and upload. Lots of love to everybody, and see you all soon. Bye. To describe the photos, because otherwise Jane Dane won't, because the photos are no good. So basically it's a sort of a collage of photos, and there's a picture of me and the kids 2015. I have a bun in my hair, not really a bun, it's just like a scrap of hair pulled up to each other. The guy's just gently headbutting me.
And
Kiss butts. Careful, you hurt yourself. And I'm next to the Christmas tree, and then the first one I am 13 stone 8.5, and that was 6 months before I joined Slimming World, and I was around that. It was basically about 190 pounds thereabouts, and I was kind of fluctuating. It might have been a little tiny bit heavier at that point. And the second one, that's 2016. That was Christmas 2016. Tasty. And the second one is Christmas 2015. And the second one is Christmas 2016. And I am at that point 11 stone 10.
So that means we forgot to do one last year.
No, this was 2017.
No, yeah. No, this is 2018.
Yeah, I know, but it's the Christmas. The Christmas are literally just before the new year starts. And in that one I've cut my hair, but you can still see my thighs are already quite big. So that's 11 stone 10 I am there. And then the final one is where I'm 10 stone 6.5. And
which was a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago. And you can really see the thighs have really gone down quite a lot. So if you can see that kind of the stone also lost between those final two ones definitely have gone off the top of my legs. And but all three photos I'm kind of wearing jeans and a kind of it's sort of like a jumper, but it's not a. You all right?
No, that's on your phone.
Yeah, you can do that in a minute. Yeah, just literally finish a video and then you are more than welcome. Oh man! And the top is kind of like, it's not a stretchy.
Turning off the telly bench.
The top is not a.
Can now do the telly on.
Yeah,
right.
It's okay. And the top is not a sort of a kind of, to describe. It's not. That's not stretchy jumpers. They're kind of they're. Oh, what's the? Yeah, I can't remember exactly buckles, but they're not like loose fit stretchy jumpers, so you can really see the bulges, and it's the same type of jumper each time. And then the last one, there's hardly any bulge on the tummy, which is really nice to see. But anyway, I just thought I'd describe that for you, Jane, because it must be frustrating otherwise. You've just got photos, you're like, yeah, it's lovely photo, can't see. So just thought I'd describe it for you, and I will upload as well. Okay, see you in a bit.